Hi friends and fellow intuitive academics, my name is Shelly and I'm an educator healer, and on this channel I draw from my intuition and my lived experience as a PhD to offer you guidance on your life path and your academic journey if you're on one. And I can't believe we're already at July and it's Hi again, I just want to interject for a second because I noticed in the editing I said July, but I meant to say June. And I think that came out for a reason that anyways, this is a midpoint check-in. So I think these messages will be especially appropriate for June and July 2024. And it's halfway through 2024, and I really wanted to use this time to get a half point check-in for you. So I'm going to pull 3 cards. This is going to be a pick a card reading just to, okay, that's our first one. Just to see where we're at in 2024. How are you doing? What do you need to look ahead to? And yep, I had the feeling I was going to get 4 cards, and there they are. Even though my heart wanted to be efficient and do 3 piles, the guidance is coming in otherwise. So I feel like I actually want to draw crystals and charms first and then flip the cards. So sorry if this is loud. So for 1, we have this cactus. For 2, we have a starfish. For 3, we have a 4-leaf clover. And for 4, we have a little daisy with a little petal missing. Okay, I'm feeling these crystals. Okay, I'm feeling these crystals. It's just totally going on intuition, grabbing what I see and where it needs to go. And this one actually gets 2 crystals based on intuition. Okay, so you might already be feeling drawn to 1 or more of these piles. You might have a significant symbol standing out to you. You might be kind of just gravitating towards one of the stones or charms. You could go ahead and jump forward to your reading if you want to just go with that. If not, I'll flip the cards to give you more of a sense of what might be your pile. Ooh, okay, we got the Wheel of Fortune, number 10, in pile number 1. The 8 of Cups reverse in pile 2. The 2 of Discs in pile 3. And the 6 of Swords in pile 4. So feel free to stick around and spend some time with the cards and the crystals and the charms. Pause the video if you need, and then I will see you in your reading or readings ahead. Hi Group 1, so let's get into your mid-year reading. I think it's interesting that you got the Wheel of Fortune and you've got all 12 signs of the zodiac there, representing the 12 months, also kind of loosely of the year, or the whole cycle of the year. So there's something significant about the year cycle for you in 2024, and probably extra meaningful that we do a midpoint check-in for you, because it seems like you're basing something important on the like the calendar time here. I feel like I want to do things different today. I just want to like get the cards out first and then start tuning in to the first card and your charm that you have here. A couple more. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so the first thing that I'm really drawn to in your card is these outer details. It makes me think of a stopwatch or a pocket watch, like that, the mechanism there, about like turning back time or setting a timer, turning forwards time, setting the time. Yeah, there's something really important for you about timing and rhythm and cycles of the year. Of course, the Wheel of Fortune is all about the cycles, but also integrating the ups and downs of life and how you move through them and what they mean to move through those different periods or seasons of life. It could be that you're entering a specific age, like a specific season of life, not just age, but a milestone, like say you're entering college, or you're retiring, or your kids have left home. Wherever you're at, I think I have hopefully people of all ages watching, but something about maybe age is important too. It could be like significant birthday approaching for you, and you're like reflecting on it with all the eyes, looking back in time, looking forwards in time, your memories and your dreams ahead. There's a lot on your mind, and there's a lot of questions about where you fit in right now to the whole span of your lifetime. And then with the cactus, of course, getting an interesting sense of you as like presenting as very bubbly and friendly, but you've got like a prickly side as well. Like you guard yourself, but you also integrate the two really nicely. And I think this is kind of significant in your self-reflection. Possibly you're kind of reflecting on where those personality traits came from, why you're prickly, why you're friendly, why the two. Oh yeah, I don't really know where this is going, but I'm ready to start pulling your cards. I'm gonna pull from the bottom first. So we got Four of Swords in reverse, the Princess of Discs in reverse, and the Nine of Cups. You're ready to shine with something. It's like you've got this feeling inside of you that like you're done waiting, you're done preparing, like you just want to go out and shine. And I get the feeling that you're right. There's still something holding you back. Like you're not sure that you can be confident in that feeling, that you're ready to go out and like show yourself to the world. I think maybe there's something that you've been working on, some kind of project, some kind of content, or music is coming in, something that is like your soul on display, and you're very proud of it, and you're ready to like put it out there for everyone. Yeah, even more confirmation that you are ready to like put the show on the road, essentially. Yeah, that's coming in very clear. I think maybe you were there's like an internal voice holding you back, saying like, oh, you're not ready enough. Are you sure you want to do this? Are you ready? Are you prepared for what happens afterwards? Your message coming in is that like it's a little bit like the Fool with the Chariot card here, that you can just like not like throw caution to the wind, but like just take your wings on the wind and just see where this thing goes, because you're not going to be able to predict everything down the line, but you do know in your heart at this point that you are ready to basically take it out from your own little world and share it with the rest of us. What's holding you back is something, some kind of thorn in your heart, some kind of criticism, not related to this project, but related to something before, like early before, like maybe in your high school years, where maybe you felt like you presented something prematurely and it didn't go over so well, and you're like, I'm never going to do that again. And I don't know if you are like aware that you've been carrying this with you this whole time, and that's kind of what's like tying you down and holding you back, giving you that kind of reserved feeling of letting this idea be shown. But when you do finally overcome that fear, that hurdle, it's also going to heal that thing within you that you've been holding back. It's going to help prove to yourself that you do know what you're doing. You do have the intuitive knowledge of when to unveil what you've been working on, when it's mature enough. You're at that stage now where you can let that old pain go, that old, maybe it was a lesson at some point, but you've outgrown that now. It's not relevant anymore. 5 of Discs, Temperance, and 5 of Cups. Interesting. With the Temperance card, it's all about balancing things, often opposites or extremes. And then you have 2 5s on either side. And I don't really see these as extremes of each other. They're actually really related, especially because they're 2 5s. The 5 of Discs is about hardships and looking for help. The 5 of Cups is about emotional heaviness, disappointments, the emotional side of a difficult experience, while this would be the financial and the sense of security side of a difficult experience. With the Temperance card, how is this coming into the first message? I think there's a little bit of like survival mode, which has fueled this thing you're working on. Like you've been running on the steam of survival mode. And I'm getting this from the 5 of Discs and the 5 of Cups kind of like together. Possibly you grew up in like a setting of lacking resources, lacking finances, or also you inherited a mindset of lacking, and deeply like connecting your sense of survival with finances. And so that's why with the 5 of Cups comes with the 5 of Discs, that if there's any money problems, it brings up like a survival response out of you. There is an opportunity now with this mature project to step out of that and find a more balanced way of going forward with your finances as connected to your emotions. Yeah, it's a little bit of this energy where it's like you work and work and work and you're running on survival mode, and you're able to get all this stuff done, and then I think it sometimes when that happens, like people don't always look towards, okay, when is it going to be enough? When can I stop running in that survival mode? And I think you're going to hit a point where, by all definitions on paper, you've made something successful, but you still feel like you're lacking. It still feels like it's like you can't turn off the survival mode, and you're like ready to go back to work, you know? And there's a little bit about like running at high speed and like not being able to fully enjoy life as it's being given to you. Of course, let's remember we have the Wheel of Fortune here. This is your timing to enjoy life. Things are turning in your favor. Everything's gonna be easy for you at this period. It's basically like you've caught the wind and it's like pushing you along, to go along with that fool analogy of just catching the wind with your wings. Yeah, you have a good opportunity to just enjoy the ride for now, because you put in the work and it's paying off. The issue here more is like, can you feel that payoff? I think that maybe you haven't prepared yourself to feel what it's like to like feel that success and celebrate yourself. Yeah, that's what this is. Putting yourself out there for others to celebrate you, but also more importantly for you to see yourself, for you to celebrate yourself. Yeah, this has been coming, this is meant to come to you now. This has been coming towards you for a while. I'm noticing the two X's here. It makes me think of Gemini, and we are just entering Gemini at the time of this recording. So this might really be timely to right now, to the Gemini time, to the summer solstice as well. It might be an important time for you to kind of reflect on the balance, because that's kind of one extreme to the winter solstice, where in terms of our orientation on Earth to the sun. So I think that, yeah, the cycles really is coming in strong in your reading. I think you're also being asked to tune into the cycles of Earth alongside the calendar time. I think there's things like pulling on you and happening to you energetically, and you're not really sure like what's going on, because you're so focused on the weekdays and the hours and like building your schedule. I think you're being called to tune into like the solstices, the equinoxes, the full moon, the new moon, and just start to observe the effects it has on you, so that you can start flowing with time rather than trying to like divide it up and dominate it. It's going to actually make your work a lot easier, and it's going to make your life more enjoyable, so you can really enjoy that time and that success. Wow. This is an internal sense of justice. Balance again, like the temperance. The temperance is more of a spiritual and physical plane balance. The justice is more like a balance between you and society. And it's like claiming your place in society, claiming your belonging. Yeah, again, putting yourself out there for the world to see and celebrate you, but you're also like claiming your place in the world as well. It's very powerful. Ooh, victory, the Six of Wands, success with this. Three of Wands, reverse, and the Emperor. These are your last cards of the tarot. So interesting that the Six of Wands victory is coming right before the Three of Wands reverse. And so this Three of Wands is kind of encompassed in the Six of Wands. I think that you've had a couple false starts um, like we mentioned before, a couple projects kind of fell through, didn't come to fruition the way that you had hoped for, and that's always hovering in the background. But this is the one that does. This is the one that goes all the way that you want it to go. And this is the one that launches you into like your status. Like it's undeniable with this who you are and where you belong in the world. You're definitely going to stand out. Yeah, I'm noticing the cityscape here. Maybe some of you have like moved to a city from like a smaller town area, and you're trying to like claim your place in that city. Yeah, this is really happening. I don't often channel in like artist vibes, but I'm really getting it in this reading, like creative artist, also musician. Yeah, because I know that can be very like tough business, tough society to kind of mark your belonging in. And so I see kind of like how this can be interpreted as like the starving artist, um, life, just waiting for the wheel of fortune to turn in your favor and for things to align, because you believe in your heart that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And yeah, things are going your way at this time. So keep your hopes up, keep going, and you already believe in yourself. I'm just here to like confirm to you through your guides, and mine, that you are doing the right thing. You are going in the right direction. Oh, you got balance again. This is really coming in strong in your reading. Soil and stars, balance. Have you found yourself lost in the ethers, floating away from reality, bypassing what is going on here in the physical realm? Sometimes it is too painful to fully feel into our lived experience, and this card comes to gently bring you back down to earth. A balancing between realms is the medicine needed for you at this time. A balancing between realms. So it could be like the creative realm that you've kind of been on your own in, and then the social realm that came in through from the very beginning, about you like working on and creating something on your own and then showing it to the world. Yeah, you're being called to like balance that out a bit more. I think there's also a hermit energy here, that you've been kind of in your own energy for a while, and it's time to balance that out again. In order for us to function in healthy ways, we must be connected to both the soil and the stars. The soil offers us the padding beneath our feet that grounds us in our earthly body, and the stars remind us of the potency of our spiritual connection. It's okay to journey away for moments in time when you need a break from reality. It's okay to miss the feeling of home that the stars bring. For now, however, the soil is calling you back, as some situations need tending to and cannot be ignored. You are being called to dive deep into earthly matters, staying practical in your approach so that you can move things into completion. What might seem mundane to you is contributing to a greater expression of beauty in your life. Ground yourself into the soil beneath your toes, and as you do this, the stardust that flows through your sacred waters illuminates you. And your healing affirmation is, my journey with both the earth and sky matter. I ground myself and feel the fullness of my human experience. That made me kind of reflect on the Three of Swords in reverse, as well as possibly, and with the Three of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it's like you're pulling back on the reins of something. Like you don't want to go into some kind of feeling, you don't want to start on some kind of thing that's been on the back burner for a while. And yeah, you're being called to explore, like, what is that? Like we said in the cactus, like there's a prickliness, there's a guardedness, and a friendliness, a desire to connect. Like, what is that duality? I think you're being asked to explore that in the service of balancing it for yourself so that you can, like, move more freely through life without having to go from, like, one extreme to the other. It feels like maybe going from, like, extreme isolation to, like, overwhelming yourself with other people or being in society. Um, or it could be that you're just always in one of those energies and not the other. Um, but definitely it would be more of the side of the isolation that you're more in, because you're being called back to ground yourself in earthly matters. And it's like you've got the spiritual, the soul connection really, like, down, and you're really great at that. You can access it anytime and it's your zone. But don't forget that you also are here for, like, a human earthly experience, and you can just start slow and be gentle with yourself. Start with your passions, like, say it's music, and maybe, like, you love teaching, maybe just volunteer at a library and, like, teach some music to some kids for half an hour. It's like, it's, oh, how do I explain this? It's like this is the time that you're really going to be happy with plugging in, plugging into other people's energies, especially now that you've really got a sense of your own energy and what it looks like. It's like a whole new world is going to open up to you when you start playing with that energy, how it interacts with other people's energies. And I kind of just suggested, like, if you are a musician, or, like, say you're a creative writer, and you can teach younger people creative writing. There's something there about the playfulness with the younger energy that will not be so heavy for you, and that will, like, it's a great bridge for you to, like, connect you back into connecting your energy to others' energies. Yeah, I got this feeling. I'm saying that because I felt like you've had in the past, like, some heavy experiences with other people's energies connecting into you, maybe draining you, or, like, yeah, draining you energetically. Yeah, there are ways to work to protect your energy. Maybe that's where this is coming from with the pricklies. You um you can protect your own energy. You can learn to do that so that you don't have to completely remove yourself from society. You can still walk through it protected in your energy bubble. Yeah, I think that's what's coming through for your mid-year check-in. Um, yeah, for the next 6 months ahead, this is where you're at, and this is where you can go next with where you're at. So let's get a couple animals to guide you on your way. We've got the horse and bluebill, modest fortitude. Just keep going, slow and steady, the pace that you're going. You're going to get where you need to go. The butterfly and snowdrop, hope. Lovely. I see this as you bringing hope to other people. If you need a message of hope, this is definitely it, but I also see you spreading hope with your slow and steady pace of doing this and sharing what you need to share. I if that was the intention, this is a confirmation that that's exactly what it's doing. And then loving lobster, simplicity, steadfastness, safety. Curious creature exploring deep waters, guide me to a new discovery. This is interesting. This feels almost like different from the balance card. which is calling you to ground, and this one's calling you to explore the deep waters. I'm bringing it back to the Temperance. Okay, this is a little different. So it is a bit about the text, but it's mostly about the lobster itself. So there is a place that you associate lobsters with. I think we all do. Like, like I'm from the U.S. and I associate lobsters with Maine, the state. And so this is asking you to find another place that has lobsters, that apart from the one that you associate lobsters with. And I think that's like a confirmation or a message for you, or a place that you should consider going. So if you've like suddenly see like a documentary or something, and there's this place that's like known for its lobsters in the world, and you had no idea it's like on the other side of the world, um, yeah, that would be some guidance for you. And that would be the discovery. It would be more still on the earth plane of discovery. Yeah, so I would love to hear what that ends up being. It's so interesting. Um, yeah, if it matters, I was seeing a different kind of lobster than the red lobster. It's a different color. So just to give you some food for thought. Okay, so this is your mid June 2024, or sorry, your mid 2024 guidance, and it looks like there's a lot of amazing things happening for you at this time. Wishing you so much love on this journey and hoping you continue to work with love as well. Thank you for letting me share these messages with you, and I appreciate any likes, shares, and subscribes that you can offer. And if you were drawn to another card in the pick a card part, then I'll see you in those readings. And if not, I'll see you next time. Hi, Pile 2. So you were drawn to the Eight of Cups in reverse, and this lavender stone, and this starfish charm. So the first thing that I felt came through was that you're going somewhere and you don't even know where you're going. I don't get the sense that you're lost or you're feeling lost. Maybe you are, but it's more that you're getting the message that like you have no idea, like the path that you're on. You think it's going one place, but it's like you see it's turning upside down. It's actually going somewhere that's like a little different than you anticipated, especially with the stars coming through in like outer space kind of stars. And I didn't notice there's stars in the sea too. And well, you have your starfish, your sea star. So it's like you're going toward, you're aiming, you're walking, you set a course for the stars in the sky, but you're also walking into the stars in this of the sea at the same time. So like, I don't know, it's kind of like I wouldn't say opposing energies, but like you're walking into two different worlds at the same time, and you had planned to walk into one world, but yeah, little do you know you're also walking into this other world. So I'm so curious to see like what is going on with that. What is the theme um, with what you're working on there? So I'm gonna just keep drawing. Okay, those are coming out. I also saw these. That one wants to come out. I would say these also. I think this is enough cards to start with. So I'm gonna separate them as they fell out. Four of Swords in reverse. The Tower in reverse. The Hanged Man in reverse. By the way, this is really what I was feeling too with the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Hangman. Change in perspective, or I feel like this is coming on the heels of the Eight of Cups, that you're going to realize where you're actually going. King of this and the Three of Swords. I think it's interesting that you have the Four of Swords and the Three of Swords on the borders of this message. And I kind of see, I'm reading it this way, like going outward to inward. Or like I read it this way, outward, middle, and then these other cards. Both ways work. So I think that you're carrying something, some kind of pain that hasn't been examined yet. And it's almost like you're refusing to examine it with the Four of Swords. You don't want to sit still. You don't want to meditate and look inward. You kind of already know what's there and you don't want to look at it. But it's actually pretty essential at this time that now you're being recommended to actually do that work, because it's going to illuminate something for you that will really help you on this path you're walking down right now. Like I said, there's two sides to the path. There's two realms. It's going to help you illuminate like the realm that you're not expecting to get into. Let's call that one the sea realm, because what you're planning for is the air realm, to reach the stars there. You're not planning to get to the sea realm. But it's kind of like, the sea also represents the subconscious. This is like, I was going to say this, like there's subconscious factors kind of leading you that way as well. I don't get the sense that it's a warning. I get the sense this is just a message to help you understand, like, oh, this is why I'm walking this path. Like, this is the deeper meaning. I think this is what the message is. Like, you have the opportunity here to discover the deeper meaning of what it is you're doing. Why it is that you're going down this path towards the King of Dis. So you are getting somewhere very, very well in terms of financial success, career stability. You're doing really great with that. It's like you're a high achiever. You're achieving a lot. Yeah. So I think like the question of what are the motivations? Like, why am I achieving? Why am I doing this? What is this for? I think you're kind of hitting that point where you're like, what is this all about? Like, why am I doing this? And the answer is within you, within some kind of pain and within some kind of like painful event that happened to you in the deep past, I will say. With the Tower reverse, it feels like it's buried in the deep past. And with the eye here, it's like you can revisit that for your memory, the eyes matching here, to heal it and to understand. It's just going to make you stronger on this path. It's going to help you realize, give you that soul purpose of why you're doing what you're doing, and like just make everything so much stronger towards what you're doing. It might shift what you're doing a bit once you discover this thing. Like, for example, say you're doing really well at like a corporation, like on a sales team or something, and you hit a point where like, okay, I hit this sale, what's the next goal? I hit that sale. And then your soul's kind of just like, what next? This is what this is all about. And so like once you discover why you're doing all this, why you want to like make all these sales and hit all these goals and become the King of Dis, that high status achievement that you've always been going towards, now that you're hitting it, now you can discover what was motivating you all that time, and it might help you it will help you discover what you want to do next on your path. So I feel like I did a reading similar to this, like I would say like several months ago. It feels very similar. So say that you hit a point and you realize that, oh, for example, I have always wanted to hit all these financial goals because, when I was growing up, there were no finances to have goals around. And then once you realize that and you heal that pain that you've been carrying with you, then you realize, oh, I want to do something with my excess money, or I want to do something to teach kids to have their own financial independence. That's what I mean. It's like it might shift your path a bit to fill your soul more, but you're still you. You're still you. You're still on this path. But it's like now you're fulfilling a soul purpose in addition to an earthly purpose. Six of Wands in reverse, Five of Discs in reverse. Oh, this is exactly what I just said. That you are. It's like you're teaching other people financial independence. You're showing other people the way. You're giving them a hand out of the hole. And then with Six of Wands in reverse, it's a victory that's internal and personal to you. It's not something that necessarily is the next goal or the next line on your CV, the next thing that you like post on your LinkedIn status. It's more of something that fills your heart and it's a total success. Temperance in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse, and the Three of Wands. With the Temperance in reverse, I feel you as kind of like super structured, I'll say. A little bit rigid with your structure. It's more of like a feeling a sense of control. Like you don't want to like unravel. You want to keep things in control because that means survival. That means succeeding. You're being called to kind of release that structure a bit and flow a bit more. Yeah, there's something here with the childhood again. Something with not having the right opportunity and also having to make your own opportunities as a child. I just noticed this figure kind of looks like it's a child as well. Yeah, there's something, some like inner child work that I'll say you could do to really help you on your path ahead and finding fulfillment and happiness and soul purpose. It's really the right time for it. It's kind of like monumental. Like this is really going to help you just feel lighter and go through life with more ease. Yeah, I mean, it's really just coming through again in these cards. Let me see. Our soul medicine. I've got it right there. Star blanket, transition, number 44. Interesting. The fours are all about stability, foundation, security. And that's what we've been talking about here. So there's something important here with that sense of security and transitioning from one state to the next, while still feeling secure in yourself. Traditionally, a star blanket is gifted as an honor of passage through special times of one's life, such as birth, marriage, graduation, and other life events that create an extraordinary shift for one's being. Although we often think that these events are filled with positivity and joy, sometimes shifts in our lives take time to integrate and assimilate in our hearts and minds. If you have just been through one such event, this blanket comes with comfort and assurance. That might be what's going on. The integration of your past into your current success or your current identity. That's kind of what's happening. There are times in our lives where we hold a lot of attachment with how life should unfold. We yearn for a straightforward path with joy and no pain. Life isn't always like this, and this card affirms that if you are feeling unsettled or filled with grief around a transition, it's okay. Sometimes outcomes aren't always as expected, and you are asked to trust that Creator continues to hold a vision of the most aligned path for you. This card carries the medicine of the morning star. Oh, why didn't I notice that before? Your stars are all over your reading. They're the highlight of your reading. By the way, the star card is like a wish card, like manifesting a dream, like wishing on a star, kind of like this energy. Something that you wished on and it came true. And it's, yeah, your wish came true. But it's like your guides are saying, here's another wish that you didn't know to wish, but we want to give this to you. And that's the soul purpose, the closure, the clarity, the sense of peace and fulfillment. This card carries the medicine of the morning star, the most illuminated star in the east that shines before dawn. You are reminded to stay aligned with hope through your current transition. The light will always return. And the healing affirmation says, my ancestors want what is best for me. I trust that the transition that is happening is a necessary part of my growth. Yeah, so ancestors are strong here too. Like I was mentioning childhood, maybe your upbringing, maybe narratives around finances, legacies of finances or lack of financial security and resource security. That's very much shifting for you with how you've created opportunities for yourself and walked this path of success. Just remember that you are a complete success, and now your journey is to feel that success for yourself, feel it in your soul, and love it and enjoy it because you work so hard for it. Yeah. Okay, let's get a couple animal spirits to send you off with. Oh yes, peace was coming through. As I said, that your ancestors want to offer you peace. The number 39 here is standing out to me. Maybe you're 39, and you're hitting this point in your life where you just want to feel that peace. You've been working so hard. Yeah, this is what's being offered to you. Just, you can kind of embrace that otter peace. And let's get one more here. Actually, these two. Benevolent bull, generosity, prosperity, kindness, crescent horns reflecting the moon, your kind and giving nature I would know. Interesting. This is like the Five of Pentacles with the King of Discs, about you kind of like finding peace by giving back, by helping people maybe that like we're in a similar situation to you and that you know that you're in a position to help now. Like I said, with like educating maybe children with their financial independence, something like that, whatever fits your example. And beautiful butterfly, renewal, transformation, adaptability, brilliant harbinger of change, release me from my own dark chrysalis. Yeah, you're really, I feel like you're having like a soul birth, like as if a butterfly coming out from the chrysalis that you've been in. Yeah, you've been doing the hard work in the physical, and it's like you're ready to release your wings, spiritually speaking. You're ready for that soul purpose, and it's going to be so peaceful and wonderful for you. So if you were already feeling the pulls of that and you're kind of like dismissing it, like, oh, I don't have time for that, I need to hit the next goal, this is really your message that you do have the time. You can make the time, because this is the time is ripe for you to do this, and it's like your reward, you know, like to really enjoy what you have. And so that's your mid 2024 check in. And I'm wishing you so much love on that journey and hoping you continue to work with love as well. I appreciate you letting me send you these messages, and thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes you can offer. If you were drawn to another card in the pick a card part, I'll see you there. And if not, I'll see you next time. Hi, reading three. So you're drawn to the clover charm as well as these two stones and the two of discard. So I thought it was so interesting, first of all, that I was guided to bring two stones into your reading, and then I flipped the card, not knowing what it was beforehand, and it's the two of discs, and it almost looks like these two, almost twins, are balancing two stones, right, with the two pentacles. And I'm so interested to see what comes through, because it seems like they're doing something highly skilled and it depends on them being totally in sync. And even though they're not entirely identical, you know, with the skirts being slightly deeper blue than the other, it's like the slight differences are needed as well. And they're in a hyper focused state too. So I really get the vibes that you're either becoming in harmony with yourself right now, or you're becoming in harmony with someone else, particularly in the field of working together. It could be in the home as well, like if you have a partner and like you're trying to get a handle on day-to-day life, it could be that as well, but it could also be workplace or study energies as well. And I want to talk about this crown chakra. I felt that I needed to pull this in right before I set up for your reading, and it's been several days since I started this reading set, and so I totally forgot about everything that happened, but I did feel drawn to bring the crown chakra stone in, and then it made me think that I need to talk about the properties of your two stones that I brought in, especially since you have two. I think it's important to address. So first, the amethyst is all about healing, and it is also about healing emotionally in order to help open the crown chakra. So there's some kind of like up leveling or development happening in your communication, your ability, your like sensitive abilities as well. It could be particularly like claircognizance comes through the crown chakra predominantly. So these are feelings of just like knowing something, you know, without like having the trail of evidence necessarily to back it up. But sometimes I've noticed, like in my claircognizance, that you can back it up with some clues that often other people don't notice. So like say you notice one person you used a particular word to describe something that happened to them, and then that word allowed you to know, like, oh, they were actually talking about this whole other thing also in subtext, something like that, but not necessarily. I'm sort of wondering why I'm splitting this here, so I'll put this aside. Yeah, so not necessarily. Sometimes it's just like you know that like this person is feeling a certain way today, or this certain kind of thing happened to this person, and or you just know this person needs help and you're the one to help them. So you have some kind of clear cognizant abilities in that way that you might not be like acknowledging as clear cognizance, and something about that is key in this working together and in healing. And surprisingly, I was just looking looking up, this is carnelian agate, and this is all about healing as well, and emotional healing in specific. But a little bit different from the amethyst in terms of like being sociable, like healing through sociable activities, connecting with others, feeling creative as well. This kind of like helps with creativity and healing and emotions, and all of this actually. Something that stood out to me while I was doing the read up is that these help with emotional balance, and so there might be something about balancing your emotions or balancing some like hormonal or chemical properties in your body to help open your crown chakra, to help give you that clarity of insight. Something physically, when it gets out of balance in you, blocks that communication. And then so last you have the 4-leaf clover, which means luck is on your side. You've got a lot of luck on this. And so I'm so excited to see how the rest of your message develops for our mid-2024 check-in. What has happened so far in your year, what to be aware of now, what's to come, what to look forward to, what to prep for our pile 3 reading. Okay, so, yeah, I'm going to start with these. 7 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and 4 of Dis. So this is setting the tone. I believe this is for workplace and financial security, career, that you've been looking at your options. You've been systematically like lining up your options and really deliberating over them all, with the waves coming through on the either side of the 7 of Cups. This really speaks to me about like the emotional overwhelm that might be happening with this, with trying to like analyze and decide between multiple options. I almost get the sense, like I feel the energy of like say you had like 3 solid options that you were looking into, and then something gave you anxiety that all 3 might fall through, and so you started to like stretch your vision and like add up more and more options until you got to 7, and now you're just kind of like overwhelmed because you can't prioritize the 7. See how they're all lined up equally, and like they all could be equal options to you. Yeah, that's why you need this guidance to come in to help you pick the right option, because you kind of confused yourself with this emotional overwhelm. And I say this is probably workplace because of the 3 of Discs in reverse. This is about like, this card is about working with others, and because it's reversed, it's about like a disharmony in your situation of working with others. It could be the people, it could be the institution that you're at. And it's like all you really want is to start building this security for yourself. And I see that it's like looming on the horizon for you. It's a little bit mysterious of how you're going to get there, I feel, for you. But with the eyes on this moth, it's kind of like clarity is coming for you on how to do this. So I think you're going to have to do a little bit of a deep dive into your emotions, while also learning how to balance your emotions to clear the path to get the right guidance from your spirit team on how to go forward with this. I want to get one card here. Oh, nice. So this is coming through as your recommendation is to tap into your social networks. The people who really celebrate you, who get you, and who want to uplift you. There's something about the number 3, especially because it came in here too, that is pretty important. Also 7, because 4 and 3 is adding up to 7. So if you had like a a group of 7 people, like 7 coworkers, or like a cohort of 7. Yeah, so this could be about a group of 7 people, like a cohort of 7, a colleague group of 7, a team of 7, like a sports team of 7, or it could be a group of 3, like same thing, cohort, colleagues, team of 3 of your social network. It could be friends too. Though that's pointing you in the right direction of who to kind of like tap into for support. One, to help kind of like balance your emotions, your overwhelm over this, to kind of like vent to and get insights back from. But 2, to see like, yeah, I feel like one of them especially is connected into your guidance in some way, and they can help relay the message to you while you're still kind of in this blocked mode. So if you have a friend who you feel is like kind of psychic, or they know like the right thing to say all the time, that's the person that you would want to reach out to and kind of confide in. Yeah. Confide is the key word coming in for this top line. And this is to teach you to rely on others in a healthy way. I feel like you might be hyper independent, but you are really craving that collaborative spirit. You're craving that for a reason, because that's your next up level. That's where you're going next in your life, but also happening right now in the middle of 2024. 10 of Discs in reverse. I can't tell you how many times I've been pulling that. 5 of Swords. Pulling 10 of Discs or 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Swords. And 9 of Cups reverse. Oh. There's something here with perception. So I'm starting in the middle. So do you see the 5 of Swords? This is kind of like this is often about winning and losing, but here it kind of looks like perceiving threats from all angles. It could be something like paranoia, but also something like survival mode. And it's just kind of like running you down. It's lining up with the 7 of Cups. And I feel like, yeah, part of the factor of this over-analysis that's going into the 5 of Cups, again, which is like, what's your way forward? Which is what's going to like make you happy in your career next, in your life more generally. So I feel like you're linking up your career happiness with your life happiness. There's like a very significant interconnection there for you. Yeah, so this is your struggle right now. And I'm reading the Queen of Swords in an interesting way, in 2 different ways. So part of this, like, you have really like, I want to say like acute, like mental skills, like thinking skills, like what are they called? Like higher thought processes skills. I haven't heard that term in a while, but it came to mind. Like, but there's a warning here that just because you have that doesn't mean you can rely on it for all your decision making. Because I think that's what's happening here, is that you've always identified as intelligent. Everyone else sees you as intelligent. And so you're thinking, I'll just use my intelligence to figure this out. And it's not working for you. Again, you have the waves here, just like in the 7 of Cups. It's time for you to put down the sword. And it's like that phrase of like, when you're holding a hammer, everything looks like a nail. It's like when you're holding a sword, everything looks like something you need to defeat or like logically conquer with your mental skills. this is not that kind of situation. You're fighting waves of water with a sword, and it's not gonna work. It's the wrong tool. And so yeah, this is what's happening is you're at this block, you're at this impasse where you have attained a certain status of achievement in your life with the mental skills that you have, but you're not satisfied. You're feeling like something's missing, and it's like the puzzle isn't complete. Yeah, you're not feeling fulfilled by this, and you're kind of confused as to what's going on. And so your solution is to like blame it on the workplace, and I'm sure there's plenty of blame to be had there, but because your career is so tied up in your identity, like I said before, um, I think it's not fair to entirely blame it on the workplace. I think there's something that can be done in your emotional world, um, to help. Oh, I just totally lost my train. Yeah, some image flashed in front, and I didn't really see what it was, but it's like this. It's like it's a great time for you to start acknowledging and nurturing and healing the other parts of your identity right now. That's what's going to fulfill you. Yeah. Um that's what's going to turn your 9 of Cups around, like your wish fulfillment, your sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. It's what's going to turn your 10 of Discs around, which is like your long-term stability, your legacy in the career, in the physical world, in your family life as well. Oh, you got the sun. The summer solstice, June 21st, will be important for you to turn inwards and really try to get this clarity of insight. I have to say, like, if you can block out a lot of time that day to do some kind of personal ritual to just connect in, maybe journal, I don't know, be in nature, some way that you can connect in, like quiet the energy around you and connect in, you're going to be filled with insights around this time. It doesn't have to be exactly June 21st. It could be like a couple days before and after. There's always that like the period where the energy is kind of like lingering, but really target that, because something will come through for you, like a significant missing piece of the puzzle. It's lining up again with the 3 of Cups. You have such beautiful advice here. I told you to go inward on June 20, on the summer solstice, but you might also go out with your friends. And you might do both, actually, somehow. Your friends will reflect back to you who you are, the other facets of your identity that you can start to nurture, heal, and bring up to the forefront again. Yeah. Over identifying with your career is a big theme here, as well as the emotional balance that can come into play to help you forward. Okay, I want to get some cards like, what are some practical things that pile 3 can like look forward to or work on or work towards? Something, yeah, I feel like I've been talking very generally about your state of mind, but like, is there something kind of to come, if we can know, in the next half of the year? Okay. The Queen of Discs, the 4 of Wands reversed, And the Princess of Disc. Huh. Interesting. So it looks like you are... it's terrible to say it this way, like breaking a commitment, but you're consciously... I don't want to say like consciously uncoupling, but it's like you're consciously deciding that what you thought was your path is not your path anymore. And you're stepping out of that portal and probably looking for or stepping into a different portal. So I think that when you get your clarity, you might be surprised that what you want to change for your happiness is not adding a new thing in your life, but changing an existing thing. And it's almost like you are stepping out of the Queen of Discs energy and revisiting the Princess of Disc energy, which is interesting because usually we think of it like going the other way, the princess to the queens. But it's like you're getting back into a state of childlike exploration, which is wonderful. I feel like this is a little bit of a jaded energy for you, with going down this one path, but kind of allowing yourself to backtrack and try another path is opening you up to like the childlike wonder of possibilities ahead of you that possibly you've gotten out of touch with in recent years. And this is like this is a little like preview of what's ahead of you in this decision making. It's very much that you're ready to start on a new path, start on a new journey. I feel like maybe you're putting pressure on yourself at this point in your life to have it all together, to stick with a certain like career, say, and just like move up the ladder. But it's like with your emotional side trying to send you the message that like you're not necessarily happy with that. You do figure out that you want to start a new adventure. You want that like joy of life back with starting a new adventure, and you're going to have a lot of clarity with how that goes forward. You're going to have a lot of support for doing this as well. I think you'll find that people have seen this in you all along, that this is what you are meant to be doing. Planting a new seed, starting something new, growing something new. And they're going to be celebrating that you've gotten there. So it's weird to think of the Princess of Discs as your up level from the Queen of Discs, but that's what's happening here for you. Let's get some oracle cards. Loyalty, the Hound and Pair, number 23. I'm feeling here like a freshness. I'm feeling here like also like I don't know if this is significant, but like there's this place in California called Hearst Castle, and it's like kind of by San Luis Obispo, like in the, what's it called, like the mid-peninsula area of California. I'm just like feeling that super strong. I don't know if that's significant for someone like making a decision or something, or confirming that this is your message that's coming through right now. But this is making me think of the dog's kind of like instincts to do what they need to do, like to make the right choice. You have this within you, and I think something made you not trust this in the past, but you can trust this, and it's like you're starting afresh with this energy of trusting your instincts, because it's like you have a pure heart. I feel like you're getting down on yourself, or you're judging yourself for your needs and your choices and your desires out of life. But if you want to like reconcile what you expect of yourself, what you think society expects of you, and what you want out of life, your advice is coming through as like the dog, like the loyalty of the dog. You know, how to be loyal to something in your life without being self-sacrificing is coming through. Like that's the question for you to kind of think on, and that's the potential for you to resolve at this time. Fox, interesting. This is also a message about following your instincts. So you're getting that twice, so it's pretty strong. And this is about following your instincts for like path making. So so this is coming through as like instinctual for personal relationships, morality, integrity. This is coming through as instinctual for finding your way forward, figuring out, actually it's about instinctual knowing of who to trust and who not to, but also maybe like for you what thoughts to trust and which not to. You'll be able to start discerning that more. Ooh, past life medicine remembering. This is significant in the sense of your soul's journey and moving through multiple lifetimes. And tobacco offering. Huh. So first of all, you can trust your instincts because you're remembering like your soul plan. You're remembering having done similar things in your past lives as well. That's why you're being called to like open your crown chakra and drop the logic, because you don't need it. It's you've got like the blueprints right above you, and you just need to let them come in. Offering, I'm reading this as offering yourself in service. So maybe that's kind of what your idea is. Maybe you've been chasing some sort of personal achievement, and you're breaking that way of thinking or that pathway, and you're choosing instead something more open and carefree and I want to say it this way, less responsibility but full of possibility. There's something there, like, think of it this way. If you're working a corporate job and you've reached some sort of like level of success, but you're feeling unfulfilled, it's like you decide to leave that. I hope I'm not shocking anyone. I feel like I'm not. In order to like volunteer at an NGO or like start working at an NGO for lesser pay, but it's your offering of service that your soul is really craving to accomplish or to experience in this lifetime. So there is a key, like, yeah, life, there's a key lesson in this lifetime for you to do with what we've been talking about here, and kind of at this pivotal moment with the summer solstice in 2024. So I think that your reading is complete, and so I'm going to send you off and wish you so much love on your journey, hoping you continue to work with love as well as you walk through and adjust your path, choose your path, open yourself to your higher guidance, and you'll be just fine. If you were drawn to another card in the pick a card section, I'll see you in that reading as well. And thank you also for any likes, shares, subscribes that you can offer. And take care until next time. Hi, reading 4. So you were drawn to the Six of Swords card and this little daisy charm and the Afghanistan jade. And I think it's interesting that it's in a point and you have this card with all the swords as well. So there's something spiky going on in your mid-2024 energy. Some kind of difficult transition you're making, but you're doing it for yourself is what I feel. You're choosing yourself in some way, even though this is hard. I also feel like you're building boundaries with people in your life that feels difficult for you, but like rest assured it's all in your service. I can't really explain why I'm feeling this, but this is reminding me of the, like, you know, you pull off the daisy petals when you're a kid and you're like, they love me not, they love me, they love me not. I feel like it's making me think of addictive kind of behavior around something like expectations and something with relationships. And this, you're also kind of breaking that that ritual with yourself. Like you're breaking that thing that's kind of kept you locked down. It's like this. It's like you were locking yourself down by trying to understand what the other person feels, say in a relationship, in a partnership, but it could be also in in your family relationships, like with a sibling or with a parent, or it could be in work. But I feel it more as like in intimate relationships. And so it's like you're taking yourself away from that mentality of like judging yourself by whether someone loves you or not, and always trying to gauge where you're at with that. And instead you're lifting yourself out of that and choosing yourself. You're now reflecting on your needs, and maybe you're asking now, do I love myself, do I not? You know, maybe how can I love myself better? That's so cute. I mean, like, I don't know why I said cute, but I just felt like a big pink heart pop up when that happened. And it's just like, I love this for you, and this is such the right way to be going. And I felt like it took a lot for you to get to this point, to choose that, and it's still feeling kind of difficult to navigate that transition, but you're doing a great job. And I really want to look up now what the Afghanistan jade is all about. Okay, so this is all about the heart chakra, helping the heart chakra. It calms the nervous system and channels passion in a constructive way. I mean, that makes total sense from what we were just talking about, right? That you're healing something in your heart chakra by choosing yourself and not orienting yourself to others' needs. And I can feel like feels good to you. It feels right, even if the logistics of it are kind of challenging right now. But this is so cool that this is happening for you right now. And I mean, it's significant for your 2024, but it's significant for the rest of your life as well. So let's get some messages for our reading 4 as they enter the midpoint of 2024 and go into the last 6 months of the year, what to kind of bring into or leave behind also from the first 6 months. Wow. Yeah. I said this in the last pile. This 10 of this in reverse keeps coming up. Oh. For you, it means something a little different, I can see already. Okay. So for some people, you really are breaking out of a difficult relationship that was binding you down in some way. And we don't need to go into it, like, you know what this is. And it is like a difficult divorce, or it's a broken household, broken home situation. I feel that there's some kind of echo there. So it's happening to you now, and there's some kind of echo from your past that is really playing into how you're experiencing this break now. And you feel totally upside down, like your whole world is upside down with this. And like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Tower card come in here at some point. That would be interesting with the Devil. So with the Devil, it's like it's kind of like you were kind of stuck in the situation that it's almost like you thought that, like, you were fine with it, like that there was nothing better for you, or you didn't deserve better, which I'm sorry to feel that coming through. But the hope on the horizon is, I feel that with this card, that you do understand that you deserve better. And I agree that you absolutely do, and I'm so proud of you for doing what you're doing. It's not easy. These are like this feels like very significant things happening, that you are able to finally like stand outside the situation and recognize that this isn't right, that you don't have to put up with this, and you can make better for yourself. And you already saw here that the outcome is the Ace of Cups, and this is all about self-love, learning, being clear about what you want from love and connections, but starting with yourself, getting clarity on what you want for yourself, and then figuring out how other people fit into that. And you're absolutely like having support at this time to step into your self-love in a powerful way. There's actually, like, I'm noticing this bird here. I don't know if that's a phoenix or like a thunderbird, but I'm getting phoenix vibes, like you rising from the ashes, from the situation as a new person, as your whole self, or as the person that was inside of you that wanted to be free and come out. And you're rising above, and you're rising into a new world for yourself. Really powerful. Yeah, coming together at the middle of 2024. So like I said, you're starting with your self-love, and then you're deciding what comes next. The Two of Cups comes next, so that's coming through here. For the divorce vibes is coming in strong. So like legal entanglements with this relationship. It doesn't have to be divorce. It could be any kind of legal entanglements. And so justice is going to come very slowly in this situation, and it's almost like you're being called to learn to let that system work itself out on the sideline and not stop your life as you're waiting for it, because you do have beautiful connections coming in now in the immediate. So this justice, like, say it is a divorce and it's playing out very slowly over time, it might take like a year or 2 years or more, but your advice here is that you've already chosen yourself. You don't have to wait for anything to finalize for you to start moving on with your life, because your life isn't defined by the justice system. It's defined by you, and I feel like you're really taking ownership right now of yourself and your choices, and mostly your choices for yourself. As we said here, choosing yourself and what you want out of life. Nine of Cups in reverse. I'm going to take another card here, but this outcome is not what you're expecting. It's a good outcome, it's beautiful, but I want to almost say it's something you never imagined, you never allowed yourself to imagine for yourself. Five of Swords in reverse. You're overcoming something. I feel like this is a mental freedom. Your wish is fulfilled in some way, and I think you're very much focusing on the material realization of your wish for your life, like happy partnership, happy home, happy, career, all these things that you wanted in your life. But you're going to find that you're going to be fulfilled through this whole process by mental freedom, which I feel like you desperately need. And it's almost like when that happens, your whole world looks different. See with the eye, like instead of everything being swords, you're going to be able to feel and see the beautiful things in life. And really, that's where your fulfillment comes from. Not necessarily making drastic changes to your environment, but drastic changes to how you perceive your environment. Yeah, there's something kind of hovering over you with this. Stabbing at your heart, and you can really become free from this at this time. I feel like I'm going to get one more for that. Six of Cups. It's going to bring you back to the state of like childlike purity and innocence, the way that you saw the world then, and maybe life has told you otherwise, but don't give up hope on what you thought of the world back then, because that's coming back to you now. Especially with the Ace of Cups coming here as an offer and the Two of Cups being exchanged. And here again, you have the cup being offered to you. There's a lot of connections that people want to make with you, and that's gonna like really lift you up. I see it as like maybe you're in this like pool and people are all putting in their cups of water into the pool and just like lifting you up until the pool is totally full. So you do have people that you can really rely on at this time, but most importantly, this is the time for you to step into loving yourself and rely on you filling your own cup. Yeah, because like I said here, a lot of that love and affection, approval, and being seen depended on outside agents, but now you're finding that you can provide that for yourself, and like that's so freeing for you. And other people can like come into your life, they can go, but because you have a core stable source of self-love fulfilling you, it doesn't wreck your world like it used to. It just creates a little bit of a tide or a little ripple, but your life as a whole stays the same. With the Six of Cups, there's also like something key from the past, from maybe your childhood, that's at play here as well. Like I mentioned, you're going through something difficult here in the home, that's turning your world upside down, and it has echoes in the past. So you might want to like reflect on that, maybe with like a professional, like a therapist, to help you see the light on that, of how that's kind of playing into what you're experiencing now in your connections. Let's get you some oracle cards. I also want to do one more line. What can our group 4 look forward to in the last half of the year? Oh, all of this. Okay. King of Wands reverse, the Moon reverse. So I see this as the person who is like not treating you well is going to get their karma. This person is like kind of loud, hot-tempered, goes into survival mode really easily. They're not very aware of their own responses emotionally to things, and like it affects you. That they're going to get their karma in significant ways starting in the next half of the year, and you're going to get clarity on the whole situation as well. Some big things that you were concerned about. And then the 8 of Swords, the Ace of Dis reverse, and the Queen of Wands reverse. Interesting. The two counterparts together here in reverse. With the Ace of Swords, I felt that you're getting something back materially. So this could be like in the settlements, if you're worried about that. You're getting something back in a material way. With the 8 of Swords, it's very similar, like it's very coming in strong that you're rising above. You're freeing yourself from these bindings, like with the Devil card too. It's like you're not letting yourself get into this situation again. The Queen of Wands reverse, I want to say there was maybe a third party involved. Like, yeah, so sorry for what you're going through. And they're getting their karma as well. So I guess that's what you really needed to hear. Very sticky situation, but yeah, my heart is fully with you at this time. And just remember to focus on yourself. I know this last advice came in as like what's going on with the other parties, but I think that's to give you some kind of assurance that karma is working itself out so that you can focus on yourself fully, because that's really what this time is for. That's been the majority of the message. Oh, I got a lot of these. Return to Source 30, First Quarter Moon number 2, and Waxing Crescent Moon number 1. You're absolutely starting a new beginning. With Return to Source, I feel like this is about, similar to the 6 of Cups, reconnecting to your original self, like your past self, nurturing that back into light. You know, I think you've been like carrying other people's emotions and expectations for too long, and this is like wiping the slate clean. And I see it this way, this first, second, third. So wiping the slate clean, starting off on your new beginning with freedom and joy and childlike, you know, expectation of possibilities, opening yourself to possibilities in the world. And then I want to read the First Quarter Moon. First Quarter Moon says, I am guided on my path. With the First Quarter Moon, the light continues to expand, creating a growing sense of confidence and further illuminating your path. All that is needed right now is one decision, one choice, one sacred step forward, no matter how small. This movement signals to the universe that you are co-creating with it and open to receiving further guidance and support. Part of the magic in your sacred cycles lies in recognizing there is always the opportunity to begin again. The universe is encouraging you to lean into your sovereignty and trust into your abilities. Yes, lean into your sovereignty. You know, you can totally rely on yourself to create your own happiness. But you're not alone too, because you're co-creating with the universe. You will continue to see your manifestations emerge, and light will shine upon the way ahead. Have faith in the cyclical nature of life and channel it into your intentions and actions. And your prompt is, what single action can I take today to bring me closer to what I desire? Interesting, because we were talking here about your desires. And remember, it's not what you expect. So focus more on your immaterial desires, like what you want for yourself out of life. That's not a material thing to feel fulfilled. That's going to be like key right now. Like, of course, material stuff later, but this is really what's happening in your energy at this moment. And yeah, I would say ask yourself that every day. What's the one small step I can take today? And then tomorrow, what's the one small step I can take today? And it doesn't have to be a grand master plan. It's just, what's your plan for right now, day by day? And that is your message for mid-June. And I'm wishing you so much love on that journey, hoping you continue to work with love as well. Thank you for any likes, shares, or subscribes you can offer. And if you were drawn to another card in the pick a card section, I'll see you in that reading. And if not, I'm hoping you take care, and I'll see you next time.